5 things you must deal with before you get married, or else it will tear your marriage apart. Number 1, unforgiveness. If you cannot forgive, don't even think of getting married. Forgiveness is very important in settling down with a man or settling down with a woman. So if you are the kind of person that you find it so difficult to forgive somebody, don't think of going into marriage at all. Deal with that kind of unforgiveness in you before you think of going into life partnership with somebody's son or with somebody's daughter. Marriage never promised you that marriage will be so good without offenses. So if you are the type that you don't want to forgive somebody, once you're offended, it will take you longer time, it will take you pain, it will take you a lot of things before you let go. Marriage is not for you. Deal with it before you think of going into marriage. Unforgiveness is one of the things that breaks marriages apart. When there is unforgiveness, it will lead to many things. It will lead to bitterness, it will lead to pain, it may even lead to depression. Unforgiveness is very, very bad. So deal with it before you think of going into marriage. There are many marriages today that unforgiveness has actually destroyed the marriage. Once there is offense, before you forgive, it will become so difficult. And by so doing, it will lead you into retaliation, into doing a lot of things, and it's not good for marriage at all. One of the major problems in this generation that makes many homes to tear apart, many people that ought to live together, you discover that they are living apart. It's just because of unforgiveness. The two people that are in marriage, they are from different background. The two people that are in marriage, they are from different foundation. They are not the same, all right? But they have come together to live together to achieve one purpose, to achieve a vision. And by so doing, don't expect that your partner will not offend you. If that is your expectation, you better drop it, because you will see offenses. It is when offenses comes and the offenses are well managed to come into terms and agreement, that is when you discover that the partners are growing. All right. The reason people tear apart at times is because they have not grown to a level of forgiveness. Learn to forgive somebody before you think of going into life partnership with that person. If anyone tells you that you won't see offenses, it is pure deception. Marriage is full of offenses. You keep on forgiving, you keep on letting go until you get to where God is taking you to. The second thing you must deal with, if you actually planning to go into marriage and life partnership with someone, you must be able to submit. If you can't submit, don't think of going into marriage. This one is especially for women. If you can't submit at all, don't think of going into marriage, because when you are exchanging your vows, you say, yes, I do. What you are actually agreeing is that you will submit. You submit everything. You submit both your money, you submit both your humility, you submit both your business, you submit both your salary, you submit both your everything. I know women will not like what I'm saying right now, but the word submission cannot be overemphasized. It means submission. The word submission is submission, which means that everything about you, you must submit to your husband. You know, that is why you must be able to know that the man you will marry or the man you are going into life partnership with is also a reasonable human being, so that you will not finish submitting everything about your life and your life, becomes something that, cannot be looked up to. There are people that because of the word submission, they have submitted everything, but yet the person they are submitting to, it is no one to look up to, is nothing to write home about. If you cannot submit as a woman, there is no need of you going into marriage, because when you are not submissive enough, it will bring problem, because every man expects submission in marriage. Every man expects submission in marriage. This is actually the truth. So, but when you as a person, you find it difficult to submit, you want to hold back in different things, hold back finances, hold back your body, hold back everything, then you are not submissive. And there is no excuse to that. Many women will come and say, if you want me to be submissive, then the man needs to be that. That is wrong. You don't give condition to be submissive. Being submissive, it is not conditional. It is actually your position. It is actually your beauty. It is actually what makes you to be the real wife and to be a woman. Your submissiveness is what brings out the true personality of a woman. A woman that is not submissive enough, it is not actually a good wife, especially in African perspective. When we use the word submission, submission means a lot of things. It's connected to respect, it's connected to assisting your husband, it's connected to everything, it's connected to your body. So that anytime your husband is in need of you, you submit. It's not by giving excuse, it's not by determining the time that your husband will need you and all that. All right, so submission is actually saying yes to every request of your husband. The third thing you must deal with is anger. If you want to stay in marriage, learn to deal with your anger first. If you're the person that you have an anger issue, don't go into marriage yet, because anger alone is enough to destroy your marriage. The truth is this: God can actually bring two persons together, but their character can tear them apart. And one of the things that tear people apart is anger. There are many young ladies, they have anger issue. They know that they have anger issue. When they are offended in marriages or in their relationship, some of them have what is called explosive anger. Once they become angry, they can scatter the properties in the house. They can break your phone. They can scatter your television. They can set anything on fire just because they have an explosive anger. So you as a person, learn to deal with your anger as a lady. If you're a person that your anger is so loud, then it will give you problem in your relationship or your marriage. There are many men as well that have this kind of explosive anger. Once they become angry, they don't care who's around them. They can start insulting their partner. They can just begin to, become violence against their woman. Anger issue. If you have anger issue and you have not dealt with it, don't think of going into marriage. Single anger is enough to destroy your 10 years of relationship. Small anger you just exhibit is enough to destroy your years of marriage. This is why the scripture also said that anger rests in the bosom of fools. So learn to deal with your anger. If you want to go into marriage, deal with your anger first. Not carry your anger issue to go to trouble another man picking. Deal with your anger first, because many things will happen in that your marriage that will make you angry. All right, so deal with your anger first. If you have explosive anger, that when you become angry, you can drop your baby on the ground. There are women that are like that. They become angry because of offense. Their newborn baby, they will leave it in the house. They will pick their bags. They will run away from the family because of anger. So learn to deal with your anger, because marriage is a work. Number 4, if you are not ready to make sacrifices for someone, don't go into marriage. If you are not ready to make sacrifices, don't go into marriage. Marriage is full of sacrifices. The sacrifices you make in marriage is actually defined as commitment. All right, so commitment means going extra mile to make sure that you get things done even when it is not convenient for you. That is commitment. Commitment is getting things done out of inconveniences. But when you are trying to do things only when it is convenient, then that is not commitment. Marriage is commitment. And when you are committed to marriage, it will take your time, it will stress you, and a lot of things, a lot of virtues will come out of you to just make sure that the marriage is working. Marriage is not easy, but marriage is not impossible. It is a work, it is decision, and it is determination. Most of the time, you don't get all you expect from your partner. So you must learn to understand that men are limited, women are limited. You can't get all you expect, you can't get all you needed. All right, that is why you need to deal with this. Learn to make sacrifices. If you're the person that you always withhold things, you don't want to go out of your lane to get things done just because for the marriage to go further, for the marriage to be okay, then you are not ready to be married. If you make up your mind to be married, you will make up your mind to make sacrifices. It is the sacrifice that you make in marriage that are counted as commitment, not as any other thing. Make sacrifices for your marriage and you will enjoy your marriage. As a man, learn to make sacrifice. As a woman, learn to make sacrifice. It is not a one-way thing. It's for the both. There are sacrifices that the woman will make. There are sacrifices that the man will make. Your sacrifice is your commitment. Give more time to your marriage. If you're not ready to make sacrifices, you are not ready to put your marriage first, don't think of going into marriage. This is a truth that many people will not tell you, that it's just about commitment. Marriage is for those that are ready to be committed to each other. Marriage is for those that are ready to lie down so that the other partner can ride on their back. Because marriage is not actually a place to stand up for your right. Marriage is a place to forgive. Marriage is a place to let go. Marriage is a place to act like a fool at times, not because you are a fool, but just to make sure that you allow peace to reign. Marriage is a place to fulfill all scriptures. just for peace to reign, just for life to goes on, you need to allow many things to go. You need to drop many ego. All right, that is a place of marriage. Sacrifice many things. At times you sacrifice your money. At times you sacrifice your time. At times you sacrifice appointment. You sacrifice many things just to make sure that the marriage is standing strong and is moving further. The fifth one I want to show you that you must deal with if you want your marriage to survive before you go into marriage, either as a man or as a woman. Deal with the spirit of stinginess. You can't succeed in marriage when you are a stingy woman. You can't succeed in marriage when you are a stingy man. Deal with it. If you are very stingy or you have this atom of stinginess and spirit of stinginess in you, don't think of going into marriage at all, because you will get tired, you will get confused and get frustrated, because marriage will take from you as a man, marriage will take from you as a woman. And let me say this, because of this stinginess of a thing, there are many women now that are using it against men, because they will say that the man is too stingy. There are women that are still very stingy. As a matter of fact, I tell you, when it comes to marriage, women are more stingy because men spend more. Yeah, women are more stingy. Many women would not like to share this video, but please share. It's important so that others will be blessed. Women are more stingy. A wise man said something, especially in this part of Africa, that a man's money belongs to the family, but a woman's money belongs to only the woman. But why is it like that? All right, I want to hear your point in the comment section. I want to know actually what you think about this right there on the comment section. Why is it that in Africa that a man's money belongs to the family and a woman's money belongs to her? I really want to know, because these things I've not been able to give answer to it. All right, so don't be a stingy person. Either you're a man or you're a woman, learn to give into your marriage. Give your advice, give your intellect, give your properties, give your money, give your time. Marriage will take from you. Don't be a stingy person. Stingy people cannot maintain marriage. Stingy people cannot actually marry, because it will frustrate another man's pikin. If you're a stingy man, don't think of getting a woman to marry. You want to frustrate her. If you're a stingy woman, don't think of going into somebody's house to be a wife, because you will frustrate him. Don't be a stingy woman. Don't be a stingy man. There are women that become so stingy. There are still men that become so stingy. You know, at times I begin to see some men that they spend more outside more than the way they spend in their house. Yeah, many men won't like what I'm saying right now, but it is a fact. There are some men that they spend more outside more than the way they spend in their home. And it is not actually right. Concentrate on your home, focus on your home, and make sacrifices. Don't be stingy. And when you practice this, and you know, you will discover that your marriage will actually be a good one. God bless you. If this video bless you, please give me a thumb up, like the video, share to friends, share to family, share to neighbors, and drop a comment on the comment section and say thank you, Lucky, for this information. I really want to say thanks to all my subscribers. And if today is your first time coming across my videos and you have not subscribed, please hit your hand on the subscription button and subscribe to this channel right now. God bless you. If you check your screen right now, I've actually recommended some very important videos for you. All right, that when you watch them, you will also be imparted with a lot of knowledge. Thank you. See you next time in my next video. Bye for now.